Several hundred protesters gathered at McPherson Square January 30th to resist efforts by the U.S. Park Police to end overnight sleepovers at the park. But more importantly, around the tent of dreams that they erected, they voiced the concerns that gave birth to the Occupy movement.
I went to Iraq in 2008, 2009, and pretty much saw how greedy capitalists were making money off of my friends and I in a war zone, and how they basically, the wars have cost the deaths of millions of people, and it needs to stop. That's why I came to Occupy DC.
Because what's happened, the dialogue has changed, and before this movement, we were talking about a debt ceiling, and we were going further down the rabbit hole, further down the trickle-down economics rabbit hole, and we weren't addressing equality, we weren't addressing jobs, we weren't addressing education, none of that. We were talking about a debt ceiling.
Eric Lotke, former research director of the Campaign for America's Future, sees the Occupy movement entering a new phase.
The movement is evolving. The movement is moving into a post-physical phase. The occupations are important. They're symbolically important. DC is kind of special because it's the nation's capital. But the movement is evolving into the next dimension, which is all about the connections made, the relationships built, the Twitter feeds, the emails. There's a lot of information being exchanged in lots of directions saying, what do we do? How do we fix the country? How do we move in a different direction? The camps were always the beginning, and the question is what happens next. And this is happening by email all around the country right this minute. And today's version of it also includes what are we doing regarding sleeping in DC, but that's just a distraction from the real point.
They're trying to easily push in on us with their tactics. But we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to keep on mobilizing every day, 24 hours, 7 days a week. We're going to be right here in McPherson Square Park, and we ain't going nowhere.
We are the people. We are united. The occupation is not leaving.
It's going to continue to last. Whether it's out in the community or here, it's irrelevant. It's going to last. The physical location of this is probably going to come to an end very shortly, though. They're going to probably come through here and close down as much of this as possible. They may leave a few structures, but a lot of this is most likely going to get taken down.
But that's not the end of the movement.
No, absolutely not. We already have many people working in the community that are trying to weave a web of social consciousness about the issues in our country.
These problems have been years building. The economy declining, the jobs leaving, all the class disparities widening, the people getting locked up, the healthcare disappearing, the college costs moving out of reach. All of this has been happening for years. And then the solution is going to take years. And the occupation is a momentary, hey, we got to do something. And it is succeeding at getting people's attention so that now we can begin the solutions that will take years to do. And these folks getting started at it right now will keep on working at it. It's a lot bigger than the camp at McPherson Square.
We are 99%.